Pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Roll dice and woes of life. Love your pride, get her vibe. What's the meaning of life? Once rejected paradise, crystal chandeliers, moments reflected. Often the appear clear, ready for your tear. Craving the rain, hit of the flame. Close as she draws near, stay there. Remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose.
Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and today is Tuesday, so you know where we are. We're at Georgia's Happy Hog, located at 712 Culbertson Drive, just east of, east of Lincoln, and just right across from the Harn Homestead, south of the state capitol, north of the OU Medical Center, right off Lincoln. You can't miss it. Get right there to Culbertson, make a right, come up to the hill. There's Lindsay, and then just over the hill, there's Georgia's Happy Hog right here on the south side. Cannot miss it. If you've never been here, man, you're missing out. Their greens is, Tuesdays and Fridays are mac and cheese days, which is my favorite days if I come here to do the show. It's usually on Tuesdays and Fridays, Tuesday or Friday. And they're open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 7 for catering and events. You can contact them at 405-525-8111. So by all means, go ahead and come check them out if you haven't been here. It is fantastic. They have a bunch of different meats. They have hot links. They have smoked bologna. They have ribs. They have burnt ends, which are just, they're so juicy. Wish I could eat them. But, I had to cut down on what my consumption is. But I can tell you what, it is fantastic. Of course, they have sliced beef. They have chopped beef. They have chicken, of course, and sausages. So whatever you want to eat, they have it here at Georgia's Happy Hog. So you can't, my suggestion, if you haven't been here, you got to make a trip because it is well worth it. Now, that being said, we have a big Thunder game tonight. We only have a couple of preseason games before we start next week for our opening night. Well, opening night is going to be on the road, but opening night for the Thunder is the 29th, which is next week. Well, it's a week from Sunday, the 29th at 2:30, which is great. We're having afternoon games. I know that a lot of parents hate the fact trying to bring their kids on a Sunday night. The game's at 6. By the time you get out here, it's 8:30. By the time you get them home, it's 9:30. Get them by 8, whatever. They're grumpy the next morning when they go to school. So, they're, hopefully they can start having the games at 2:30 or 4:30 on Sundays, which works for us, but, a lot of times those, people who go to church, by the time you get out of church, it's kind of hard to get out because you're out, unless you go to the early service, which is an option if you want to do that. So those are options as well. Now, we have big Thunder breaking news for the Thunder. The Thunder have acquired Kevin Porter, Rockets guard Kevin Porter Jr., who was waived immediately after he signed with us, but we did get 2 future first, second-round picks. And we got to trade Victor Oladipo and JRE, Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Now, that has been coming for some while. We've been talking about Jeremiah Robinson-Earl just not really fitting into what the Thunder wanted anymore, and especially after he missed that game-tying layup at the end of the game against the Hornets. I think that was the final straw for JRE. Now, Porter, if you're not familiar with him, he's facing assault charges after allegedly attacking his girlfriend, Kyrie Skandrzik. Now, she has put out statements saying that, she has not said anything. No, so don't go by what you hear because she hasn't put out a statement. She hasn't has anything, and, there may be some misunderstandings. Well, I don't know what the misunderstanding is. You had a black eye, you had cuts, you had bruises, you had a broken bone in your neck. And it was just you and him in the room, so apparently. So, but that's once again, she's trying to protect him, and that's what happens with the women. A lot of women who are abused, they tend to try to protect the person. But he will have his day in court. He will get to deny the charges. He will get to try to say this. And believe she has not filed charges yet against him, which, of course, they don't. But I think because of the situation, because of where he was at, because of the police, everything that's involved in it with the NBA, his career is over with. and he had just signed a huge contract with the Rockets, and it's all gone because he can't keep his hands off his woman, and allegedly, okay. But it's just I feel sorry for the kid because he had great potential, but now he's gone, and of course the Rockets are doing quite well. They're undefeated in preseason, and quite well. The Thunder, we lost, uh, 2 games that we should not have lost. So I believe that we should be 3-0 as well, but especially considering that against Charlotte, we didn't play any of our starters. They played their starters, okay? And they basically were playing our 6 or 7 through 15 is what they played against the whole game because SGA didn't play, Josh didn't play, Chet didn't play. Who else didn't play? Let me see. SGA, Josh, J-Dub, Chet. God, who else didn't play? Somebody else did play. I forget who else did not play in that game. But so we were left with everybody else, and you got to get a good feel for what we have. And I've talked about this before that I like what I like with the Thunder roster. I like our top 8, which is SGA, Josh, J Dub, Chet, and Dort. Dort was who I was missing, and Dort that 5 along with J Will. Uh, uh, oh my God, my mind is going blank right now. Aaron Wiggins, and of course, uh, oh my God, I can't. Isaiah Joe. So those, I think we're set with that. Now they are playing Jang a lot more, trying to bring him along more, trying to bring him along quicker. But I just don't see it. He can shoot the 3 if he's caught the ball and he's wide open. He can step up and knock it down, pretty much. But trying to take the ball off the bounce, trying to get to the basket, yeah, not so much. Very, very awkward trying to get there. Now he is getting better at it, but still very, very awkward trying to get to the basket from the rim, so from the 3-point line. So that is concerning. But like once again, he's only 20 years old, so he's still very, very young. We still got a ways to go with him. I don't think you give up on him. But like I said last year, I did not give him a grade. This year, I will give him a grade as far as the Thunder is concerned. Uh, so that being said, this is what did we do? We pick up a couple more picks. We got rid of Oladipo, which we were going to do anyway, but we got a chance to send him somewhere else that he may or may not get a chance to play, and at the same time, get rid ourselves of JRE, which ever since he got hurt last year, he came back and he just wasn't the same guy. He just wasn't and has not been. So I like JRE, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, but he's just not what the Thunder need. But like I said, we get to pick up 2 second-round picks, future picks, yet to be determined, or maybe they have. I haven't seen where they're going to go. They did not say in the article that I read about an hour ago. So, but anyway, Thunder picking up Kevin Porter, dumping him right away. Of course, getting 2 first-round picks, second-round picks, and then getting a chance to dump the salary of Victor Oladipo and JRE. So, and good riddance to JRE. I'm sorry. I won't say good riddance. I'm sorry for him leaving. I really liked him as a player, but he just didn't fit into what the Thunder were trying to do anymore. And yet, because our scale, I mean, we're getting squeezed down as far as the roster is concerned. And I didn't get a chance to update this, but I will tomorrow update it further. But this is the current roster as it stands at this particular point. Right now, you have SGA, Trey Mann. Trey played quite a bit the other day. And once again, I think he's the next piece to go. And we had talked about that, myself and Nathan Taylor of YNB. We had talked about Trey Mann and JRE for sure, those guys being gone, and one of them is gone. And so you got to figure out SGA, Kaysen, and Vasily or Michik are going to be your 3 guards, your 3 basic guys with the ball. And then you're going to have Josh, Lou Dort, and Isaiah Joe. Those are going to be the guys. Really, SGA is more of a point guard, shooting guard. He's a hybrid, so I don't really know what the hell to call him, but he's a kind of a both. So anyway, you're going to have both of you're going to have those are going to be your 6. So that's SGA, Kaysen, Michik, Josh Giddey, Dort, and Isaiah Joe. Those are going to be your guards. Then your small forwards, you got J-Dub, you've got Wiggins, and Jang is going to be playing some. We know that. Keontae still is a little bit away. I don't know if he's quite ready to quite be there yet. He's getting there. I see Jack White is just some sort of role play. I don't know what he's going to really do. Maybe just somebody slide in there and give you some minutes here and there. Caleb McConnell, of course, he's going to be in the G League, and then Lindy Waters is on the 2-way, which he can't defend. And like my guy Randy Wright of YMB says, we talk about him all the time. If he comes in, he can knock down a couple shots, then fine. If he's not, then take him out because he can't defend. He committed a foul the other night that cost us the ball game. That wasn't really cost us the ball game. That's unfair. But he committed the foul to give him the free throws, went on a miss, clear miss. So, which brings us back to the part about the when you get a challenge. They're only giving you two. And to me, if you get the challenge right, you should keep getting challenges until you get one wrong. I don't know why they're limiting them to two, other than they don't want to keep making the officials wrong. Because if each coach gets unlimited ones, then that can be where the referees are just totally, oh, well, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. So I'm assuming that's why they're doing that. Power forwards, Poku, I don't know how long he's going to be around. K. Rich, Kendrick Williams, I just don't see where he fits in unless we try to do a smaller lineup. Then, yeah, you can stick him in. JRE, of course, is gone. And Oladipo is gone as well. But anyway, Kendrick Williams is when you go to a smaller lineup, which usually is SGA, J-Dub, him, talking about Kendrick Williams, and then either Isaiah Joe or Kaysen or something like that. When you go to a smaller lineup, you have Kendrick play the center because he's just – he can't defend on the wing. His feet aren't just fast enough to go out and defend out on the perimeter. So, but to me, I just think that of that group, that whole group needs to go, your power forwards. And then you need to swing that down and put maybe a J. Will and a Davis Bertans more as your power forwards and put Chet and Sarr as your centers. Now, the way I look at that is your centers, Chet, J. Will, and Davis Bertans. Those three should play. So anyway, that's my 6 guards. J-Dub is 7. Wiggins is 8. Then Jang is going to play. That's 9. Then you've got Chet, 10. J. Will, 11. Davis, that's your 12. So you got those guys right there to me. That's your group right there. So that's your 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 guys right there, along with Jang is going to play. So those are your 12 guys to me that primarily going to stay in rotation, but then again they're going to play Lindy for whatever reason that is. I don't understand it. I mean, to me, you develop your other players, but he is very good in the community, and so those are things when you look at the end of the bench. A lot of guys can stay around for years and years and years. You look at oh God, what's my man's name? Jayla, that's now for Miami. He's been there forever and ever and ever. Why? Because he just sat there and he hung out, I'll think of his name in a minute. And, now he's making millions of dollars being on the end of the bench. And now he's Pat Riley's second guy. So you got Alonzo Mourning, same way. If you're a good bench guy, if you're a good locker room guy, they will keep you around for you to go out and do all the shows and the different things that they have to have as a community outreach. So that's the only reason why I see him on the team. But if you're going to put him in there and play, you just can't give away points. I just don't, especially when you're trying to win. You can't do it. But the Thunder are going to do what the Thunder are going to do. Speaking of Thunder, our game today, of course, is we have the Milwaukee Bucks coming, so we get a chance to see Dame Dollar tonight going against the Thunder. I think the Thunder guys are going to play. Now, Randy Wright and I talked about that a little earlier, that the Thunder was supposed to play everybody, but then again, tomorrow we play in Tulsa, so the chances of you playing everybody back-to-back, and Cade Cunningham will probably play Thursday night, not tomorrow night, Thursday night. With Detroit. So, and since we play each other the second home game here on the 30th, I don't know how much we're going to match up with Detroit or how many more we're all going to show them. I don't see us playing a lot of our main guys in Tulsa simply because why would we give Detroit more looks at what our guys are doing and how well they're getting? But it is Tulsa, and you need to give them some sort of love by playing somebody. But that being said, I do want to see how we match up against the Bucks early. I want to see what SGA, Josh, Chet, J-Dub, and Dort do against Dame Dollar. And against, I don't know if Middleton's still playing, which means Portis is probably playing, and Giannis in that group. So I really want to see how we do against them. The Thunder are 1.5 dogs, over under 227.5. So, but I did watch Dame and them play the other day, and I can say this. Dame and Giannis, they're going to be very formidable watching them play. I mean, Dame is still trying to figure out, like I said the other day on the show, he's still trying to figure out where he belongs on the team. He's still knocking down shots, but he's just kind of letting the thing come. It's like, oh, I have a score, let me go score. So I think that he's going to be up and like Giannis said in the press conference, hell, we can do this all night. Your turn, my turn, your turn, their turn. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think in the end, what you're going to do is you can't double Giannis anymore and go, hey, we're just going to block off the lane and that's it. Because if you do that, you're going to allow Dame Dollar to go one-on-one. He's just going to absolutely murder you. So you're going to have to pick your poison. And to me, I'd rather try to foul Giannis and make him shoot free throws and make free throws than I will just giving Dame Dollar open threes. Because if you give him open threes, he's absolutely going to murder you. But that being said, the Thunder, we can match up with them. Now, Chet said he's going to win. They asked him who was the best player in the NBA. He said him when he gets there. Now he's going to get to play against the best player in the NBA tonight. Now, he didn't do very well against Wembanyama, but this is a whole different animal. And so I'm interested to see if they play against each other and what's going to happen. I think they're going to hide Chet just like they did the other night. He did not play Wemby. And when he did, Wembanyama took him straight to the basket, got an and one right off the bat. So I think that they're going to try to hide Chet. I would put somebody else on him. Because you got Brook Lopez in there, so Chet is going to have to guard Brook Lopez at 7 foot, so they're going to have to guard each other, which may be a good matchup because Lopez likes to shoot outside. So, but like I said, it's going to be a good matchup tonight. Can't wait to watch and see how well the Thunder do, because now you're kind of winding down in the preseason, so you kind of got to know, okay, here are my guys. I got to play them more together, my 8, 9 together, because I've got to get a better feel and get them an opportunity to gel, to get them an opportunity to get back in the groove with each other again. So I think you have to play them, whether that's tonight or Thursday. I don't know. Now, to me, you got the home crowd. We are the home team. This is the home city. But I still think you got to play some starters Thursday just to give Tulsa some love, because you don't want to alienate them even more than they already are, because they felt like that they should have had the NBA franchise, not us, which we totally disagree with, but it is what it is, since they look down on us as a city. So, and if you guys don't know that, y'all need to catch up and figure it all out. So now in NBA scores, last night the Hawks lost to the Pacers. Like I said, the Pacers are one of those teams that are really, really coming on. They're kind of a scary group. They've got some talent, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens with them. And then, of course, the Sixers beat the Nets. And I tell you what, Ben Simmons is looking good. Now, his contract is kind of coming back up, so I don't know if, I don't mean this, God, this is going to be terrible for me to say, but it seems like that now that he's back and his contract deal is coming back up to get paid again, all of a sudden he's playing the way that we knew Ben Simmons could play, throwing behind the back passes, dunking the ball. And it's like, if you got yourself together, and it's almost like he got his money, he took a few years off, now it's time for him to get paid again, and all of a sudden he's playing again. So playing really good, looked good for the Nets last night. Like I said, I don't know how sustainable that is. I don't know what exactly happened with that, but we shall see. The Rockets and the Spurs, I tell you what, the Rockets, dude, and I've said this, and I got pushback from Ben, I got pushback from Drew, I got pushback from Nathan about that. I mean, I'm just saying this team is kind of scary. I think the Rockets, because they got a coach, they've got a very good point guard. They've added some stability there now. Of course, Knucklehead, I don't know how much he's going to help. I don't know why they paid him all that money from Memphis, but that part just blows me away. I don't really get that part of it. But that being said, I think they're going to be fine. And with Fred VanVleet as the point guard, they've got tons of talent. They're young, they're athletic, they can move up and down the court. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that group. So the West is tight and crazy. And then, of course, the Blazers and the Suns. The Suns, oh man, Devin Booker was on one. Grayson Allen, I still don't know what the fascination with him is. I don't really get it. But KD was on fire. Then, of course, oh, my God, they are just, Bradley Beal put a move on somebody last night. I was like, oh, my God. Oh, my God, what a move he put on somebody last night. I was like, oh, man, yeah, they're going to be formidable, the Suns are. And so, but like I told Drew and him, I'm going to have to come back, and I did my NBA playoff predictions. And my playoff predictions are like this. I think in the Western Conference, you got the Suns, the Nuggets, the Kings, the Lakers, Golden State, and us, and then the play-in is that. And the more I looked at preseason, I've been watching it, I'm going to have to rethink that prediction a little bit because, like I said, with the Thunder, I need to look at these guys more because 1 through 7, 8, I'm okay with. Uh, 9 through 12 to 13 is still in the process of figuring it all out, and 13 through 18, yeah, no. So we'll see what's going to happen, but I do believe we've got some key pieces. Casey needs to figure out where he's at and what he's doing. Keontae needs to get more and more confidence. He played really, really good when giving him a lot of minutes the other night in Charlotte, Keontae Johnson. So I really, really like that kid a lot. And Casey's just got to figure out where he belongs because he is going to be rolling with the A team. But when he's on the B team along with the second unit with him and Michik at guard, which I like that combination. Then you can throw in Josh. You can throw in Dort. You can throw in J-Dub. You can throw in any of those with him, and then you've got Chet or you've got J. Will on the floor. Now, I like the fact it would be a good deal if you had Kaysen, Michik, J. Will, Chet, and J-Dub, or add in that other person, whoever you want to do, Isaiah Joe. I really like that grouping a lot, whether it's Isaiah Joe, Michik, J-Dub. I like that. I like that mix-up or that mixture. So, like I said, the Thunder have a chance to be the 4th seed if they go, if the coach is going to help us. Like I said, he's got 6 wins to either give us or take away. And if he does the wins, we're at 44.5. If he gives us the 5 to 6 wins that he cost us last year, we're at 49. If Chet does what he's supposed to do and be the player that everybody thinks he is or he should be, whatever, then we're at 54. If he's not and he doesn't, we're at about 49, or 48, somewhere around there. I think that's where the Thunder will be simply because we played in so many close games last year. I don't think that we will fall off much. That's just my humble opinion on the situation. So that being said, I want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic, for keeping us up and running and doing all the things that they do for us that keeps us moving. I appreciate those guys so much. Then also want to thank. I thought Drew Hinton was coming on. He must have lost his. His deal. But anyway, I want to thank Collaborative Logic. If you have needs for computers, software, anything to be written like that, go ahead and contact them. Also, if you have software that you need to have your office run smoother, or if you need, I'm going off strict. That just distracted me. I'm here at Georgia's. Or if you have any needs for website design, they can do that for you as well. They're multi-talented, can do multiple things for you. So if you have any needs for any of that, hit those guys up. They'd be more than happy to take care of you. So that being said, I also want to thank SRB. So if you have any needs for anywhere, surveying, planning, or surveying or engineering, they are the people to talk to. So holler at my guy Mark Long for that. They love to be behind the scenes. Oak Grove Trucking, if my guy Jose Fierro, if you have any needs for trucks to be moved or dirt to be moved or rocks to be moved, if you're doing construction, road work, or if you know somebody who does and needs some dump trucks, holler at my boy. Greg and Max Nafee supporting me as they always do, so I appreciate both of those guys. And then, of course, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC. Proud sponsor for us to be here at Georgia's today, supporting black, women, and minority-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. Appreciate YNB for that. If you want to pre-qualify, you can do that online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go in and see any of the locations at the main bank at 401 Elm. They're in downtown Yukon, YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway, however you look at it. YNB Mustang off Mustang Road, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, south of I-40 off Garth Brooks Boulevard, right in front of the hospital. And YNB Peoples, 6201 Northwest 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. So anytime you want to go by and see those guys over there or go online, hey, please do. And then, of course, DT Construction and our guy Drew Henthorn, if you have any needs for roofing, if you have any needs for painting in or out, driveway work, whatever, they can do a multitude of things. Plus, if you deciding to come in and you want to remodel your house, hey, they love to come in and give you an estimate on what everything would cost for new cabinets and everything.
We're breaking up tile today, too, here, Matthews.
You said what?
So we're breaking up tile today, putting in a new flooring.
Okay, and they're doing flooring and breaking up tile. That's Drew Henthorne right there of DT Construction and Consulting. And you can email him at dtconstruction2015@outlook.com. He's respectful, local, and loyal, which means when you call 405-209-4051, Drew will answer his phone. That's what that means, right in there and right there. So what's happening, big dog, besides working?
Man, just running around. I played a little golf this morning, just left the job sites, and took a little money from McBride and Sandiford today, so feeling pretty good about it.
I like it. Hey, I was just doing our talking about the NBA and stuff, and the Thunder, what they did already. They got rid of Jeremiah Robinson Earl and Victor Oladipo's contracts, got two second-round picks, and traded for Michael Porter, which, of course, they not Michael Porter, but oh, God, what's his name? My mind just went blank on his name. But
I was about to say Michael Porter would be a nice pickup.
yeah, no, we didn't get him. God, what's the guy's name? The one that beat up his girlfriend.
Great.
Kevin Porter. Kevin Porter. Sorry. Kevin Porter. Well, he didn't. Well, I should say, let me take that back. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
right.
allegedly. Lost his what, $40-something million contract, 50, whatever it was, something outrageous he was getting, and is going to
So we gave up. Who all did we leave? Who all did we give up?
We gave up Jeremiah Robinson Earl and Victor Oladipo, and we got two second-round picks. Which we talked about.
Oladipo would stick around.
You know, Oladipo was done, man. He still can't play because of his knee from last year. Remember when he tore up his knee in March?
Yeah.
So he's still not ready. So, we weren't going to keep him anyway. Where the hell we're going to put him? we don't have any room for him. So, and then Jeremiah Robinson Earl, I think after he missed that layup to tie the score the other night against Charlotte, I think he was done. I think he was done right there. I'm like, dude, you're 6'9", dunk the ball.
Get cutthroat.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they got to, man. You got to. You got a big game tonight against the Bucks coming into town. I watched Dame Dollar and Giannis the other night play together for the first time. That's a scary duo, Drew. Very scary, bro. Very scary. I watched the Suns last night, and I'm gonna tell you who's going to start scaring people, who's going to surprise people, are the Lakers. They're going to surprise people. Yeah. They're going to surprise. That bench is not bad. They've got a nice little bench.
Nope.
So
if they can stay healthy.
Yep, they can. So, but anyway, let's talk about last night. We're going to start off talking about Monday night football last night.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys.
The Cowboys taking care of business 2017 despite your coach.
Yeah, should have been worse than that.
But you know what? He did protect the quarterback. Everybody's griping at him about, the end of the first half with 8 seconds. Why the hell would you take a chance on Dak Prescott throwing an interception?
I didn't really disagree with that. Just let it kick the field goal and get out of there.
Yeah, but the whole point is, if that's Mahomes, if that's Burrow, that's a lot of people. You're gonna, what I'm saying? You got an extra timeout. You're gonna go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? You're going to take a shot at the end zone to score a touchdown.
They're pretty confident in that kicker and a rookie kicker.
He's not
bad,
Drew. That guy
hasn't missed this year.
What is he, like 15 or something ridiculous?
Yeah, like 17 out of 17. He missed the first one of the year. He's made 17 in a row.
Yeah, it's something insane. So anyway, the Cowboys 2017 approved of 20-4-2, which that was a must-win for the Cowboys. They could not afford.
Huge win.
Could not afford.
You look back on losing to the Cardinals. You take away that one. Hell, everybody's even up.
Well, when you look at the Cowboys' schedule, they have the most favorable one of the group itself. It's the Lions and then the Cowboys as far as the most favorable schedules. The 49ers got a gauntlet. The Eagles, they're going to be lucky to still be in the first place after the holiday, after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but back to what you're saying, that's a huge win for Dallas. You get the win going into the bye. You come out of the bye. You're at home. Should be. I mean,
it should.
They're set up nice.
That's what I'm saying compared to the Eagles. So it's going to be crazy. But anyway, Justin Herbert, 22 of 37, 227, 2 TDs and 1 interception. Dude, the Cowboys, did you see their record when they've got 19? They've got 19 games or 19 times they've had hurries, and what their record is, 17-2. And the Chiefs are second with 15 games.
Yeah.
That's
insane.
insane.
Dallas in the last 3 years are 10-1 coming off a loss.
Yep.
That'd been a nice stats now.
That's a nice stat. I like that. And did you see where the Chargers have lost 6 games now by one score or by 3 points or less? Guess who the other top 3 teams are? All in the West. The Raiders, Broncos, and Chargers. 7, 6, and 5.
Yeah.
And somebody was like,
well,
why?
Everybody's kind of boo-hooing the win, but I tell you what, you go on the road, win at San Diego.
Yep.
After the way they looked last week, that's a big win.
They handled their business, bro. The Cowboys handled their business. I'm really proud of what I saw out of Dallas.
And Dak looked all right last night. Get the ball out.
Dude,
I mean, had a couple drop balls. The one to Gallup was a drop for a touchdown. I mean, if he hit C.D. Lamb in stride coming across the middle instead of throwing it down at his knees, that was a touchdown.
Then the missed pass to Pollard that would have sealed the game.
Then to Pollard, and that was a touchdown. I mean, he had a couple misses, but Gallup should have caught the ball. That was a drop.
I agree. But you know what, though?
Lamb is just kind of it is what it is. But C.D. had a great night. I mean, I thought he 115 yards on 7 catches.
Yeah, dude, what is up with Gallup and Dak? They're not on the same page at all.
They're not.
They're not. They have not been all year.
Brandon Cooks had a nice game.
Yep. Finally, they gave him the ball.
Yeah, I still don't care what anybody says. Pollard doesn't look the same. He got ran down when that guy didn't even have the angle on him at midfield, from midfield to the end zone. He should have outran that guy.
Yeah, but Drew, to defend Pollard a little bit, he had to dodge a guy, and that guy was running full speed.
He was running full speed. To me, he just doesn't have that burst that he did have before he broke his leg.
Agreed. He may not have ran him down.
It's almost like he needs to have a Forrest Gump moment where his damn knee braces break apart and he takes off running.
And then gets him ready.
Yeah. He gets into heaven with a rock and then bolts across the country.
I agree. But anyway, the Cowboys' total yards, 342 to 272. I can't believe the Chargers got that many, but I guess they had 227 in passing. 56.
Yeah, they were heating him up, weren't they?
Well, everybody's talking about, why didn't they run the ball more? The Cowboys had 56 yards rushing, and the Chargers had 53. So neither one of them were running the football because there was no way to run. You couldn't run.
San Diego's got an underrated defensive line, especially with Bosa back.
Yep, but Bosa was a no-show. Nobody saw him at all last night, which was shocking. First
you know who is really struggling for Dallas right now, and that's why I was saying that bye week is coming in such a good time for Dallas, is that whole offensive line. They look tired. They look beat up. Martin's limping around. Biotic is limping. Tyron Smith is just no-show.
No,
every time.
Did you see him? No, Jack ran into him. He turned right into the guy, okay? But did you see him when he pulled that tackle pull where he demolished that guy? Dude, he's all right.
I'm just saying for the most part, their offensive line does not look good right now.
They need 2 weeks off.
Yeah, they need it, especially Martin, because he's just all banged up. Him and Biotic, that whole right side of the line, they don't look good at all.
They need a rest. First downs, Dallas had 20, Chargers 18. Each had
What's up, boys?
What's up, B? What's up, man?
Hi, Kane. There he is.
29 minutes of play time and 30 minutes for the other. So, the Chargers only ended up with a little over a minute as far as different times. So the game was pretty close. The game looked closer than what it was because Dallas, that defense, oh my God, I felt sorry for Justin.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Matt. It should have been a lot worse. Yeah. I mean, Dallas missed some opportunities. That should have been a 14 to 17 point game in my book. They outplayed them. The game should have been close. And then you take it in the muff punt. You give them a touchdown there at the end of the game where they shouldn't even have the ball.
Well, what were their drives, like 34 and 22 or something like that, to 2 drives that they had?
Just gimmies.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. So I was looking at that, but anyway.
But again, like I said, I'll take the win. It was a big win for Dallas. It was a must-win for Dallas, as you said. They needed to go into the bye 4-2. Now they're set up nice coming out of that with a 4-game stretch where they should be no less than 7-3 in the next month.
Yep. With what they have coming up, I agree 100%. What about you, Ben?
Yeah, I like them. I really do think that, that Diggs loss was huge. But other than that, I really do. The team's starting to come together a little bit.
Yep, they're doing good. Now, We have the NFL schedule coming up for this week is really interesting when I looked at the matchups that you're going to have because when I looked at it, I'm like, okay, we're going to actually have some good football games this week. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all have seen the schedule.
Yeah, I've looked a little bit, but yeah, I'm going to enjoy the bye week.
Yeah, I go ahead and sit over.
Is that what you said? You're enjoying the bye week, are you?
Braves are done. All I got to worry about Saturday is Nebraska beat Northwestern. I'll be sitting pretty.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that, though?
Should beat them. I mean, they're what, a 12-point favorite. How Nebraska's a 12-point favorite over anybody is beyond me. But that just tells you how bad Northwestern is.
Yeah, I tell you, it's gonna be. I'm just excited to when I see. I'm just glad because this time of the year is when everything gets good. You know what I'm saying? Because the games get more meaningful. And
then I'm telling you, as far-fetched as it seems, fellas, Nebraska's got an outside shot to make it to the Big Ten championship game. So listen to this: they're going to be favorites over Northwestern. They'll be favored at home over Purdue. They'll be favored against Michigan State. They'll be a slight dog at home to Maryland. Then you're at Wisconsin, called out a loss. And then you got Iowa at home, did you know that the Iowa quarterback had less yards passing than the Maryland punter?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're ranked 24th. And they're 24th in the country.
And I'm telling you right now, we can beat Iowa and Lincoln. I mean, if they could win 5 out of the next 6, I mean, that puts Nebraska at 8-4.
They could get
it could happen. But it also could happen. They could lose every one of them.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm not.
But I'm just saying, they're not out of it yet. They could win 5 out of the next 6 games.
Yeah, I'm not going to get on Nebraska's bandwagon. I don't trust them.
Are you kidding me? If they could end up 8-4, I mean, that's a celebration.
I understand that, but Ben and I are not on your bandwagon, are we, Ben?
Come on, Ben.
We're going to be
11-point favorite over Northwestern. We'll be a touchdown favorite over Purdue. They'll be a 2 or 3-point favorite over Michigan State. They'll probably be a 4 or 5-point dog to Maryland. And probably a 10-point dog to Wisconsin. And that'll be a pick'em game, the last game of the year against Iowa.
Okay, let's get to some real football now. The Jaguars on Thursday night versus the Saints. The Saints are a minus 3-point favorite. Over under 99.
99? That's a lot of points.
Oh wait, that's 39.
I'll give you the under.
That's 39. My bad. My eyes are a little weak right there, bro. My bad.
I'm gonna take the Jaguars and the under 99.
See what I'm saying, Ben? See how he is, dude.
I still like it. I got it. Saints -1 over under 39. So basically, to pick them at home, I would think there'd be more than 39 points scored. I'd probably
You still like the Saints at home?
Boy, I don't know. I like the Jaguars. The Jaguars got a good team.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I do too. I think Trevor Lawrence, I think he's still questionable right now.
I don't think he's playing.
His knee.
They said he's not playing.
That explains the line then.
Well, because the whole thing is that why is he in the game when you're up so big anyway?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the way he is. I think he's one of those guys. He's like Brady. You know what I mean? They want to keep playing.
I know they do, but it drives me nuts. Okay, then you've got the Raiders and the Bears. Really, Bears +3 over under 37.5.
And what a bad showing the Bears had Sunday. They look as good as he did. But of course, again, you're playing the Redskins. I know.
He got hurt. But Drew, he got hurt. He missed. They had the back. He did. They had some back.
But he didn't look good before he got hurt. Let's be honest.
I agree. And then the pass that he got hurt on when he was getting tackled, trying to throw it sideways. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's like Dak last night. You feel the pressure and you stop to try to throw the ball. Why don't you just keep running? Why did you stop? Why are you stopping? You got a sack when you didn't need one. It's just crazy. But anyway, Browns at the Colts. The Colts, which I saw this, Colts +2 over under 39.
Is Deshaun playing? Do we know?
Deshaun is probably not playing. I don't think he's playing for another 3 weeks.
He's done. I don't know, Ben, if you heard what Matt and I were talking about the other day was he's got a bone bruise on his
And
labrum of his throwing shoulder.
Yep.
So he's done.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and then for the Colts, no Anthony Richardson, which I think they look better with what's his name, Minshew, going for him. Anyways,
yeah, they do.
Yeah, they almost look better with him. Honestly, I mean, AR5 was pretty exciting to watch, but him out for the year kind of really stinks. Jonathan Taylor coming back should be good.
But that Browns defense,
kind of
that Browns defense is gonna just slaughter them, dude. You know,
yeah, the Browns defense.
I'll take the Browns in the under.
Yep, under 39. Then of course the Bills and the Patriots, man. Patriots plus 8.5 over under 41.
Oh.
Dude, Bill Belichick, he needs to go. Because I think that what's his name made a great analogy. He said that before we used to play for the team and all this stuff. He goes, now it seems like Bill is playing for Bill to get to pass Shula. Because he's 18 away.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, Bill. I tell you what, it makes you sure look how good was Tom Brady.
Yeah, he was two. I think he was 219 and 64 with Brady, and he's like 70 and 78 or 77 without him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
that'll do it.
And Brady, of course, goes and wins the Super Bowl without him. So there you go. The Commanders at the Giants. Giants plus 2 over under 39.5. How the hell are they home dogs?
Well, Tyrod Taylor at the helm. Is he still playing at the head of Danny Dimes?
Well, Danny Dimes, I don't know if he's back yet, but
I didn't realize Tyrod Taylor been in the league 13 years.
Yep,
that's crazy.
I love Tyrod. I hope he plays good.
I did too. I liked him when he played for the Bills.
Yep.
Yeah, I've always loved him.
But dude, he that checking
then,
out
what was
of
it?
what he did.
Was it out in Los Angeles whenever he got hit
and
with
the
that?
Browns. He was at the Browns too when Mayfield was there. Remember he got hurt.
He got
when
hurt.
Mayfield was a rookie.
Got hurt with Justin Herbert. Same thing. Remember the
doctor?
He
got stabbed in the lung.
The doctor accidentally stabbed him in the lungs. It's like, dude,
with a shot.
Yeah, how is that exactly? How do you screw that up? You're a doctor.
Oh man.
Y'all want to?
He's probably made great money. I wonder how much money he's made.
They wanted Justin Herbert to play. They wanted Justin Herbert to play. That's what that was, bro. You say what you want. They wanted Justin. You're a doctor. How do you screw up that bad? Come on now. You wanted Justin Herbert to play. Falcons,
yeah, but I hope Tyrod's playing for the Giants. I hope so.
Yeah, but I don't know that his bonehead play at halftime and then at the end of the game.
Yeah,
that was bad. How do you check into a run?
That's the second time Josh Allen's cost me in fantasy football when I had the damn thing wrapped up. All he had to do was just actually show up.
Yep. How about the Lions and the Ravens?
That
might be your game of the week there.
At the Ravens, -3, over under 42.
I like the Ravens there. That's good. You're going to have some weather. Probably going to be a little windy and cold on the East Coast. Detroit coming outside. They play better in the dome. Give me the Ravens.
Yeah, man. That's
crab cakes of football.
Crab cakes of football. That's what y'all do, huh? The Ravens right there, dude. They're playing really well. I like the Ravens. I always have.
Yeah, Van Noy coming off. He got a sack last week. Jadeveon Clowney again. Like they signed all these good players in there to fill those gaps. Those injuries first couple of weeks. They're still looking good.
I like them. Steelers at the Rams. The Rams have been very surprising. The Rams -3.
Yeah. And then the Rams play at the Cowboys off the bye week.
Yep.
Next week.
The following week. Yep.
Cooper Kupp looks great.
Hey, does.
Dallas is only noon game of the year.
Is that really
crazy? They only play one time at noon. That's next week.
Which everybody will love. Everybody will love that. Then you got your Cardinals at your Seahawks.
Well, Gino's going to be delivering Sunday. He'll be ready.
He did not deliver last week. He did not deliver. Man, he looked bad.
He did not.
God, he looked bad. He really didn't look good at all.
No, definitely not.
Packers at the Broncos.
What a two dumpster fires.
How is that in the 3 o'clock?
Looking at that game at the first of the year, you'd have thought that's probably a pretty good game, week 7. Now you're like, geez, these two teams are terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
They were already talking about bringing – it was just through the rumor mill, but I saw Rex Ryan maybe question going back there. He's like, no, I'm sitting on ESPN. He's like, no, this is way better.
They thought they were going to get rid of Vance Joseph, but, dude, that defense, to me, you just need to go back and go, okay, look, let's just sell everything, get rid of everything, and just start over.
Yeah.
Try to get Caleb Williams or Drake May or, I like Sam
Well, how
Hartman.
good, hey, speaking of that, how good is Drake May looking these days?
Well, he got a wide receiver. He got a wide receiver.
Yeah, that guy came out firing too.
Yeah, but
he got hit back and he was like, all right, like he just come back from Sizzler.
Yeah, he did. It's like, hey, you know what though? When you're throwing to the future accountant and a future CEO of a Fortune 500 company, which is who you were throwing to before.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
I tell you what, though, I mean, you got to figure he's probably sitting in the category for the Heisman, don't you think?
I think Michael Penix Jr. is the
those two, yeah. I mean, because Williams shot himself in the foot there.
Did you
see? So Penix, and then I bet Dylan Gabriel's probably up there right now.
Yeah, but did you see? No, Dylan Gabriel ain't in there. Dylan Gabriel ain't in there. Stop, he ain't in there.
I'm telling you, across the nation, people like you.
Drew,
I know we see him as an everyday Joe, but he's got some pretty good numbers that you really can't deny right now if you put him up against them for just looking at numbers.
All I know is this way I look at it is, I saw this thing with Caleb. Do you know that was his worst game since high school?
Oh yeah.
That's now think about that.
Well,
that's a lot of damn games. That's a lot of games.
I was listening to Traver and Ashback yesterday a little bit. And Ashback was saying that if USC wins out, Caleb Williams wins the Heisman Trophy, and Traver was like, no, he's not going to win the Heisman after that performance. And I'm like,
what
I was like,
are you
I don't know.
talking
They got a pretty tough schedule on the way out. They win all those games. And the Pac-12, he's winning the Heisman.
This is my deal with him. His numbers are going to determine because they know the defense sucks. All the voters know that. Okay?
Yeah.
And he's got to go beat Utah or get close to do the same thing he did last year. Because his performance against Utah last year is the one that sealed it. You know what I'm saying? You got
I just don't think his defense is going to allow them to win games. They're so bad.
Well, Colorado gave them kind of the blueprint to Caleb, what to do with him in the second half when they played Colorado. And then you seem like Notre Dame took that blueprint that Colorado had in the second half against them and used that. But they just punished that offensive line.
Colorado give that blueprint to Stanford?
No, you know what I'm talking about, Drew. We're being serious here. I'm just saying that's what happened. That's what happened. I mean, you got to look at it. I mean, that's what they're doing here. So you got to appreciate that. Okay, then you have the Chargers and the Chiefs. Chiefs minus 5.
That one could be sneakily good too.
They all. I mean, no matter how
they
bad.
always play each other tough.
Well, you got to figure of those 2 losses those 7 losses that they have by 3, 4 of those to the Chiefs.
5.5 too.
Yeah.
At home.
It's
about to be
3 o'clock game.
Ooh,
3 o'clock
Chiefs
game.
never cover.
Sunday night football too.
That's afternoon.
The Chiefs never cover against the Chargers.
No, it's always a 3-point game.
I like them Sunday though. I'll be on the Chiefs. Chargers aren't very good. Their secondary's bad.
Well,
Dallas should have beat them pretty worse than they did.
And
they're coming off on a short week too.
Yep, and they get they get Charles Omenihu back.
Yep.
Chiefs is his first game back for them, so they're going to be tough.
Nice.
Then you got Dolphins and the Eagles, the nightcap. Ooh, man, I tell you what, 7 o'clock.
Right.
It's going to be nice and cool there in Philly. It'll be nice and cool in Philly, so we'll see. Did you see that stat where if it's under 50 degrees, that Tua is 0-5 with a 71 passer rating?
Wow.
That's Tua?
Yep. So to me, they better have home court.
Shouldn't really surprise you. I mean, he was in the SEC. It's not like they played in cold weather climate.
Not
He's
really.
been in Miami, and I mean they played the Bills, and then maybe who else is
They
in
got
the East
to
with them?
go. They got to go to the Bills. They've already played the Bills at the Bills, so they got to play New England and New England. Now they've already played them there, so they've already done all their cold spots. Because remember, they played the Jets. Have they played the Jets yet?
No, I don't think
they
so.
played the Jets yet, so they'll probably play the Jets when it's cold. But
What an advantage for Miami, though.
Yeah, they got to play at home. They've got to win out, because if you got to go to Cincinnati, or you got to go to Chicago, or go to Cleveland, or you got to go to Buffalo, or you got to go to the Chiefs, dude, it's gonna be what, 20 degrees?
I mean, I'm looking at their schedule. They got it at Philly, they're at Kansas City, they're at the Jets, at the Redskins, at the Ravens. So those be 5 cold weather days.
Well, the game against the Chiefs is in Germany.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, it's in Germany.
Well, they got lucky there.
They got lucky there. So this
Yeah,
is
they
Germany.
did.
And they're all talking.
That would have been an ass whipping an Arrowhead.
You know what they're talking about? Oh, well, we hope they have a good field over in Germany so they can run. Really? Is that what you're worried about? Then, of course, the Niners and the Vikings. What kind of game is that going to be on Monday night?
Niners going to thump them. I wouldn't want to play the Niners this week.
How bad? Well, it depends. What's his name? McCaffrey is hurt worse than everybody thought.
Well, hey, but our little argument came to fruition on Sunday with no McCaffrey and no
Debo.
No Debo, and Purdy crapped the bed.
Well, he did. Well, I will say this. He did the last play. He got over 100 yards on one play. Did you know that, Ben?
Yeah.
That one play to Debo, that slant.
Oh, he played terrible except for that last drive. He came out and showed his colors.
That's what I'm saying.
I take a little grief there.
That's what I'm saying.
He definitely came out though that last drive and showed what he's made of a little bit. He came back. I know that's Ayuk or whatever had that great play, but also with no weapons, that's a little tough.
Yeah,
that's a tough game to judge after saying all that.
He got his head knocked in. That's what happened. So, but like I said, it was one.
Cleveland's got a good defense.
Oh, they're number one.
They're pretty good defense.
They're number one.
They're stout.
They're number one.
They're the only team that could go out there and win with a third string quarterback, probably.
Well, that's what they got. They got the third string guy out there. So
I don't even know who that guy is. Who is Parker? Where did he play?
I don't know. Most of these quarterbacks, we don't know where the hell they played at.
I've never heard of that guy before.
I mean, they're just finding guys wherever, whenever they can find them. Is what it looks like to me. But who am I to figure it out? I mean, it's
yeah.
They had Dorian Thompson Robinson. That's the Michigan guy, right?
Yeah. No, he was at UCLA.
No, UCLA.
UCLA.
Yeah.
Yep, that's where he was.
He's not even listed on their roster from the first year.
Yeah, he was at, what did they keep, the third quarterback or whatever it was? I think that's what he was.
Yeah, now you get an extra one, kind of like the hockey guys got like a backup goalie in the stands. They got like an extra guy.
I think that's what that was. That's how he got there. In the Big 12 games this weekend, we've got UCF at OU, 11 a.m. OU minus 18.5. I've even seen 19. Over under 63.
Walker went to Temple. Wow.
Oh, is that where he went?
Yeah.
So who do we like, UCF or do you like OU and 18.5, Drew? Over under 63?
I like OU to pound them. Even an early start. You think the newbies for the Big 12 have won one game, and that was on a Hail Mary.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? What a great game that was, though. God dang, Texas OU, what a game that was.
Great if you didn't have West Virginia -3.
Oh, you're talking about West Virginia and Houston. Oh, I thought you were talking about OU.
Yeah, I said the newbies in the Big 12, all four newbies only won one game.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the Hail Mary.
Then how about a game that none of us will be watching? Baylor versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati.
The under. What's the over-under?
51.5.
Yeah, that's going under all day.
Yeah. Cincinnati is 2-point favorites. Okay.
I'll tell you that Cincinnati playing OU so close like that sure looks good for them.
Yeah, it does. It really has helped their confidence.
They just got throttled by Iowa State, which I didn't see coming.
Iowa State is scary where they're at right now.
That quarter, they switched quarterbacks, and that kid can play.
Tell you this, though. Oklahoma State at West Virginia, and I told everybody the other day, you called West Virginia, and Ben and I both were like, what the hell are you talking about? Remember, Ben, we're like, West Virginia?
They should
what are
be
you talking
5-1.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought Coach Brown was on the hot seat there.
Yeah, you and I talked. We beat you up on that, Drew. We were wrong.
Yeah, I really thought they were going to be just a dumpster fire all year.
I'll tell you that's a scary game for Oklahoma State. That's an early start.
Yep, it's
weather's
2:30.
Always crappy out there.
It's a 2:30.
Always crappy weather.
Drew, it's 2:30.
It's windier? No, though.
I thought it was at 11.
No, it's
okay,
2:30. 2:30 minus the West Virginia is 3.5-point favorites, 50.5 over under.
I like the way Oklahoma State's playing right now, but I wouldn't touch that game. I don't like playing at West Virginia anytime.
Nope, anytime.
Them coming off that loss.
We're coming off 2 back-to-back wins.
Yeah. You would think that the football gods would say, "Oh, take Oklahoma State," but I'm telling you that I don't like playing down there.
I don't think the two places I think Oklahoma State hates is Iowa State and West Virginia. Those are two places. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. Texas at Houston, plus 22, over under 61.5.
Texas going to rout them.
Yeah, man. That's Dana may be on
22 doesn't seem like it's going to be enough. There's going to be a lot of points scored in that game. West Virginia hung 40 on them. Yep. Texas is going to put just as many, if not more.
Yep. 61.5 is the over-under.
Oh.
61.
Sound like you got under there. I don't know how many points Houston's going to score.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Texas Tech versus BYU. BYU plus 4.5, over-under 52. Texas Tech, we don't
BYU?
know. It's at BYU, not at Tech. And it's 6 o'clock game. So,
I like BYU there. Give me BYU plus the 4.5 points.
Yep, they'll be.
Tech looked bad last week.
Yeah, they did. Then TCU at Kansas State to round it off. Kansas State minus 6.5. 6 o'clock game on ESPN Plus. So those ought to be 2 good games. I mean,
K-State needs a win too. That's a must-win for them.
Yeah, it is. They got to get something done right there, I think.
Yep. If they got any chance whatsoever to sneak back in the Big 12 championship game, they got to have that one, and hope Texas stubs their toe somewhere along the way.
Yeah, because I mean it's the Big 12 is really. I mean, when you look at the standings, it is really tight up there. I mean, you got Texas and OU, but Texas already has a loss, so that gives OU the advantage.
But we've talked about it. I think Oklahoma State's going to give OU all they want in Stillwater.
Last game of the year.
Yeah, last Bedlam. I mean, it's going to be a good game. People think that OU's going to go in there and blow them out. They've got another thing coming. That's not going to happen.
No, I agree. The last game of the year, I think it's going to be really tight. And
I'm hoping for some razzle-dazzle, little trick plays here. Maybe go.
You never know. That game's going to be crazy.
Well, you look at it right now. OU is 3-0. Iowa State's 3-1. Texas is 2-1. OSU is 2-1. Kansas State's 2-1. West Virginia's 2-1, which is going to knock it even up further. That game if they've got to win. Texas Tech is 2-1. So it's going to be.
Oklahoma State, if they can beat West Virginia, that goes a long way for them. Long way.
But I still think OU and Texas are going to be in the finals.
I kind of hope they are. Honestly, I want to see that rematch. I like to see Texas take them down.
Well, plus they're both gone. I'm like, okay, y'all can have it. See you later. Bye-bye.
It'd be funny if Texas beat them and knocked them both out of the Final Four. It'd be pretty funny.
Well, if Texas wins out and they beat OU, they're going to be in the Final Four.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah, but I think if OU just has one loss, they're going to get left out. If it's
I agree. I agree. They're out. I think the loser of that game is out. That's what I think. The loser of that game is out. The winner gets in. That's kind of how I look at it. Football schedule we got Penn State at Ohio State. Ohio State, God dang man, that's 1.5, not 19.5.
Yeah, that to me.
Over under 46.
I think I like Ohio State in that game. I think Penn State's good, but Penn State hasn't played anybody.
No.
They've played nobody. And Ohio State's got a decent squad. That quarterback coming along. The defense is good. It's just setting up for an Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah, that game.
And we'll see what happens.
Yep, that game against Notre Dame, the coach just cost that, but he gave that quarterback all the confidence in the world.
Yeah.
Washington State at Oregon, number 9. Oregon's -3, over under 67. How about the Oregon coach not shaking the Washington coach's hand after the game? What was that?
That guy, I don't understand that.
Why are you mad at him? I don't
know.
Seems to be that guy's memo.
I mean, it's your kicker that shanked it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you mad at the opposing coach. You're talking about some bad calls. What's that got to do with the coach? That was a bad look on his part.
It's called home field advantage. I mean, that was a good game. You're not going to get calls on the road. I mean, that's just how it goes.
No, you're not. Hey,
I ask people in the Big 12. You don't get a call when you go to Norman. I promise you that.
Believe me, I know all about it. You don't get a call there.
You're looking for a whistle. You're looking at the wrong tree because you ain't up there.
You ain't getting one there. You're not getting one in Kansas. You're not getting one in Missouri. You're not getting one in Kansas State. You don't get one against
Kansas even if they're not playing well.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
I'm still looking for a foul call.
Hey, how about our? I was talking the other day. I'm glad our Kansas, how they got off on everything.
Yeah.
But my thing is this: I have no problem with them not penalizing them for something for 7 years ago. How the hell are you gonna penalize these kids? They were in junior high school. You go penalize them for something happened when they were in junior high school. They weren't even there. But, everybody goes, well, they're taking away their Final Four appearance. Everybody's still going to know that Kansas went to the Final Four that year.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have a banner, okay.
That's just for the nerds.
That's
the
all it is.
bookkeepers.
Yeah, it's like, get out of here. Then, of course, Tennessee at Bama. Bama, -3 over under
9
55
points
and a
is
half.
way too many. I'll be on Tennessee Saturday. Go ahead and a little sneak peek at Herbie Huskers Saturday slate.
You taking
It
Tennessee?
will include Tennessee +10.
Yep.
That means Amelia's bonus trick's going to be somebody different besides Alabama.
That's her team. South Carolina at Missouri. -3. Missouri's
two
-3.
teams that can't figure it out either. I'd probably take Missouri.
What about you, Ben? Is he there? Ben? Oh, okay. Ole Miss at Auburn, Drew. -3 over under 57.
Auburn's not very good, but that's a big-time rivalry game between those two. But I think Ole Miss pulls that out. Kemp finds a way to win.
Yep.
Auburn they're not very good offensively.
Nope. But they still got that record. Did you hear me being about South Carolina and Missouri?
Yeah, my bad. I was muted.
Okay.
I was trying to talk, and I was like, "Oh man, there we go." But I mean, South Carolina is always. I like them a little bit better.
Okay. Then of course, Drew, Ben, I'm gonna like these last two games. 16 Duke at number 4 Florida State. Florida State's only given 3.5. Drew, doesn't that seem? Should they be giving more than that? Over
Well, you
under
would think
54.
there's got to be somebody out. They got to be missing a couple guys.
I mean,
we're rooting for Florida State to stay undefeated because I sure like to see a Florida State North Carolina ACC championship game with both of them undefeated. It'd be a fun game.
Yeah, they should be. I would think. Well, they don't play each other till then, right? They don't play each other during the year, right?
No, they don't.
Yep. What do you think, Ben? What you like?
Man, that one I like Duke on that one. Just I think the brains are going to come out.
Yeah, you think the brains are going to come out?
I think the brains are going to come out. That's the math game of the week.
The brains are going to come out. I love it. Then, of course, Utah at SC, 7 o'clock. I didn't do the odds. I don't have the odds on that. I'll have it tomorrow, but I don't have the odds on that one yet. Then, of course.
I mean, is the Utah quarterback, is he ever going to play?
I don't know if Cam is
going
to
play. Cam Rising?
Cam Rising? Yeah, Cam Rising. I don't know if he's going to I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, is he done for the year?
I think they're trying to maybe hold back a little bit and say this is the time to play him because USC don't have a defense.
Can't you give him another year if you if he sticks out?
He doesn't play 4 games. He hasn't played at all.
Well, yeah, if he hasn't been redshirted, Drew, Ben, he can get his medical red shirt. So yeah, I'm sure.
So maybe that's what they're.
USC -7 in that game and over under 56.
Yeah, I didn't.
I mean, they're playing fine without him.
Yeah.
I know he's great and everything, but I mean, if you're playing this good without him, I mean, you might as well just kind of give him another year if you can. I guess I don't know. Maybe I don't know what they're doing. Maybe he's a little more hurt than they're leading on. I have no idea.
I agree. Of course, now in NHL scores, we had 5 games last night. Ben, we had the Red Wings and the Blue Jackets. You got beat 4-0. Detroit took care of business.
Detroit looks. I mean, they're a scary team. A huge addition of Alex DeBrincat last year from Chicago, which they had to clear up some space to try and sign some guys with the dart over there, so they got him up there. But yeah, they look pretty good. They're a team you don't want to play here come February. I'd be surprised if they're a playoff team, but they're going to be right on the edge.
Yep. Blackhawks taking care of the Leafs 4-1.
Yeah, that one was surprising. The Leafs were, $3 favorites on that one. So you'd have to, if you want to win $100 for them to win, you have to bet $300.
Oh,
so that was a pretty big, pretty big upset there.
Yeah,
pretty big upset there. But Bernard, no points there last night.
4-3. Panthers taking care of the Devils, 4-3.
Yeah, it was a scary game for the Panthers. They were actually up 3-0, and they actually blew it all the way. 3 unanswered goals by the Devils, but they answered it out there at the end. It was a good game, though.
Yep. I'd just be glad when we can beat the Blues again, when my Stars get to beat the Blues again. That's what I want to see. Capitals 3-2 over the Flames in a shootout.
No points, no shots for Ovi. But so if you're looking at big names there, but the Caps starting to get a little bit older. They had no guys that were on their Stanley Cup team with points last night, so that's kind of a little bit of a strange thing. But we'll see how it goes.
And then of course the Rangers and the Coyotes. The Rangers taking care of business.
I mean, the Rangers big names. They have a bunch of guys that are getting paid, top tier dollar, and nobody's really came to play for them so far this year. But Shesterkin in net for them has always been steady, and he got them the win there last night, 2-1 over a terrible Coyotes team.
Sweet. Now in the these are Ben's. Drew Ben did his playoff predictions. I got to switch out. I give a basketball deal.
How my Blues gonna be, Ben? I haven't really checked into them yet.
They're gonna be bad for a few years, man.
Bitch.
Well,
I guess I'll just wait until we get the playoffs, and I'll pick 17.
You're not going to take the Lightning. You're not going with the Lightning.
2-3 more years.
Is he going with the
No,
Lightning?
I'm not going with the Canes either because I found out that they're owned by some Wolfpack.
Yep. Anyway, okay, Ben, you have the Central Division champs, the Dallas Stars, and Pacific, the Edmonton Oilers. You got them going against each other in the conference finals.
Yep.
Why did you pick those two?
Stars are super deep. I mean, Pavelski, he's kind of the guy that comes through in the prime time for him. He's coming on his last few years, but with Otter and net and the way that they're going, Sagan finally stepped it up last year. Jamie Benn's coming out of his prime. I just think that with a few injuries over there in Colorado, that division's a little easy for the taking, I'd say, and I think the Stars are going to take it.
Yep. And then, of course, in the Eastern Conference, you have the Devils versus the Leafs. Really?
Yeah, I think the Leafs are due. I think they're. I hate that pick. Just I don't know why that would happen, but I mean, Austin Matthews, I think he's had 2 hat tricks already this year. He's already looking great. They got all their big boys. They signed some big meat on the back end. They're aged. They're ready to go. They're like a nice 60-age steak.
Why do you have them
go.
over your Bruins?
Bruins are done for a few years. A bunch of their big names retired. So Krejci and Bergeron both gone.
So last year was their year.
Two guys that spent about 18 years there. I think one was 19, one was 17 years. So they got that gone. And I mean, Pasta is great, and you still got Marchand, but the Bruins they're gonna have it's gonna be tough sledding here coming.
Yep. Then of course in the finals, Ben is picking the Oilers against the Leafs, and he's taking the Leafs as the Stanley Cup champion winners. Drew, go ahead, Ben.
Oh, who is it now?
He's taking you're taking the Leafs over the Oilers, right, for the Stanley Cup, Ben.
Yep. Yeah, it's just preseason.
Where are your Vegas Knights at?
They're gonna be great. They're gonna end up losing to the Stars, I think, this year.
Because they could be my playoff team.
I think they're fantastic. I think they're great. I think they're great. Kings are good too. They're coming on Kopitar. Their big captain, their big center. He's coming up in the last few years of his prime. They got a couple young pieces there too. They're going to be a good team.
No, I'm telling you, don't count out the Blues yet. It ain't a lot.
Ben, helping.
My dark horse is the Penguins. You got Crosby. You got Malkin, you got Letang, and then they just traded for Erik Karlsson. He led the league in points last year for a defenseman, and he got traded from the Sharks over to the Pittsburgh Penguins this year. And I think that team is going to make a run. I think they're going to be very, very scary to play against.
Hey, Ben, let's mark down October 17, 2023. You did not be on Drew's side. Let's mark that down as a pivotal moment.
Right.
Yes.
Hey, my Blues are 2-1 right now. Get off of them.
Yeah, 82 games.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys are cracking me up with that. Now, next week I'm gonna redo my NBA playoffs. So if you guys want to throw y'all's in there, that's fine with me.
Yep.
If y'all want to throw your NBA playoff predictions, because I have in my playoff predictions. Let me see, what do I have? That's my NHL. My NBA playoff predictions. I've got Suns, Nuggets, Kings, Lakers, Golden State, and Thunder. 1 through 6. And then I've got Mavs, Grizzlies, Clippers, and Pelicans. Now I'm gonna change this because now I've watched some preseason, so this is going to change up.
Yeah.
And then my Eastern Conference, I have the Bucks, the Celtics, the Cavs, the Sixers, Heat, and Knicks, with the Pacers, Hawks, Nets, and Magic. And of course, the Magic is my sleeper team there in the East. So that's what I have.
Yeah.
I think your West is right there, but I think 6 through 10 can all be jumbled.
Yep, it is. But like I said, to me, it's going to depend on the coach. Okay.
Yeah, and the East is kind of a toss-up right now.
The East is a
It's going to
toss-up.
come down to a couple injuries.
Well,
Like there's going to be a couple guys that go down, and that'll change everything here in a couple weeks.
Well, I said the Lakers with their bench, we're going to depend on how much LeBron has to play. And how much AD says he's going to play 82 games, which I think is BS. The Clippers could, I don't trust the Clippers. I just don't. And then Golden State, I still wait to see how this is going to work with Chris Paul and them. It looked okay in a couple of preseason games, but I just don't know over the course of the year how that's going to look. So we'll see. But
Yeah, and you got
Are you going to watch? Are you going to the Thunder game tonight?
Yep. Thunder Bucks.
Are you going to watch? You going to watch OKC tonight?
Yep, Thunder Bucks. Yes.
Thunder Bucks.
Yep, the Thunder
This
Bucks.
is the last preseason game?
No, we play Thursday night against Detroit, and then the first game is next Thursday. Is our opening season. We play at Detroit, and so it's going to be.
So
when's the home opener?
Last night would be the last night you see any of the starters play.
Well, I said earlier, I think some of the starters will play Thursday because we're playing in Tulsa. So I think you got to give them a little bit of a bone. Opening night is at the Bulls on the 25th. Then you have at the Cavs the 27th. And then, of course, we start at home on Sunday. And we go Nuggets, Pistons, Pelicans, Golden State, Hawks, Cavs. 6 straight home games.
Jeez, that's terrible.
But, we got the Nuggets and Pistons back-to-back, which is going to be interesting to see what happens. We talked about that, how they're going to do the rules and all that. So we're going to see what happens right there.
Well, just think about the rest of the year. I want that at the I want that at the end of the year.
Well, you want to get off to a good start.
Just 6 in a row is a lot. That's a lot. That's a big chunk of your season.
At home?
Yeah. 6 in a row is just
six out of 41.
Yep, 6 out of 41. Yep. Well, that's just saying 6 out of our first 10 are at home, which to me I'm okay with that because that gives us some momentum. You know what I'm saying? If you can go 8,
I'm with you.
8-2, if you're 8-2 and 7-3 after your first 10 games, then you're gonna see if you're 5-5, then we're gonna have to work through some issues. So that's kind of how I look.
I get. Chicago Blackhawks have first 5 games on the road. That's pretty tough.
Well, we have at the Suns, which is probably gonna be an L. Then you got at the Kings, even though we play the Suns close. You got at the Kings, that's a toss-up too. Then you've got the Nuggets at home, that's a toss-up. The Cavs and the Bulls, you should beat the Bulls. And the Cavs, who don't know which team theirs is going to freaking show up. You should beat the Pistons.
I don't know that the Nuggets is a toss-up. Probably have the Nuggets.
Well, because last year, Drew, we should have beat them twice. We should have beat them twice last year, but coaching, we weren't trying to win. So we're going to see.
I think the Pelicans just come down to Zion.
We're going to see. The Pelicans, and then Golden State at home. We always play them tough, and then Trey's going to be here. We should beat the Hawks, and then we play the Cavs again at home. So, our schedule is okay, but like I said, we need to be 8-2, 7-3. If our losses are Golden State, the Nuggets, and the Suns, I'm okay with that. Aren't y'all?
Yeah.
I think.
Although you'd like to see us start beating some of those teams, but yeah.
Yeah, but
if we're anything below 500, we're going to have a tough time this year.
Well, the thing is this. Like I said, our team last year, we played so many close games at home last year. We played a lot of close games last year, a lot of close games. So we know how to close. The question is, in the fourth quarter, are you going to put us where we're down 14 because of your lineups? You know what I mean? Then we got to go on a 16-4 run just to freaking get back in the ball game, and then we're exhausted the last 2 minutes. So that's the question on what's he going to do. Is he going to try to win? Like I said, 44.5, and there's going to be 5 or 6 games that the coach is going to have to win for us. Okay? He's going to have to win because of his coaching, or he's going to cost us.
44.5, so 45 and 37, you're over. Well, I don't think 45 and 37 gets you into the playoffs.
No. You got to be 46, 47, get you in the playoffs. 50 gets you into the top 4 or 5. Because that 6 through
now, maybe
10
in the East, it gets you in the East, but not in the West.
And 6 through 10 is going to be right at high 40s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're probably right. It'd be right on it, but 45, you're in danger of missing it.
Yep. Oh, I agree 100%. Now, the commander thinks it's going to be 46 is the low and 52 is the high.
Yeah, I was at the,
And I think mine
yeah,
is
I had 46 to 50 was mine.
Yep. So we're gonna do
I think I had it right on. I had it on 45.
You had 45, and I think you're 45, 49, Drew.
Yeah.
The high 49.
High
So,
info, yeah.
yeah, and I'm at 49.
Yeah, we're all right in the same little ballpark.
Yeah, but my deal is this: if he could give us the 5 or 6 wins, that's 49. If Chet does what they say he is, that's 53, 54 wins on high side.
Man, if we can start out 7-3 here, coming out hot, that'd be
7-3.
fantastic.
If we're 7-3,
Matt's got him a full glass of blue Kool-Aid right now.
No.
At 53 wins.
No. Drew,
He's got it mixed up, Ben. He's got a little extra sugar.
You didn't hear what I said. I said if Chet is who they say he is. That's what I said. If Chet is who they say he is, then yeah, you're gonna be there. If he's not,
That's
you're
a
not.
7'4". That's a 7'4" if.
Yep, that's what I just said. I said 49 is what I believe, but 53 if Chet is who they say he is. We're at 53 or 54 if Chet is who they say he is.
Yep.
You know, he should be worth 4 to 5 wins, or maybe more. Agreed? 10 wins, he should be that.
Yeah, in some prime minutes, get some good plays. I agree with that.
We're gonna see what happens with him. So, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm not overly optimistic, but we'll see. So, all right, guys, appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
Hey, appreciate you. That little tidbit here. Dallas has only played 2 home games all year. We're 4-2.
Yep.
And the over/under in the Minnesota-Iowa game is 31.5.
31.5. Oh my God.
Let that sink in.
You said you're taking the under, didn't you say?
100% I'm taking the under. It's going to be like 7-6.
9-7 or 10-8, something like that. Oh man, that's hilarious. All right, it's my guy Drew Hinton of Husker Drew Picks and High Stick Area, and my guy Ben Dillon of High Stick Area.
And there's a doubleheader on ESPN hockey tonight, so get you some if you want some.
I did have the hockey.
Lightning at Sabres, and you got Avalanche at Kraken, so it should be a little decent little night. So if you're bored, you need something on the background while the wife's cooking or something, do something like that.
Well, actually, I did. Here are the games right here, Ben. You got the Canucks and the Flyers. You've got the Wild and the Canadiens. Both of those are at 6. 6:30, you've got the Coyotes and the Islanders, and you've got Lightning and Sabre at 6:30, the Sabres.
Yep.
Then 7:30, we have the Kings at the Jets.
Drew's Kings, yeah.
Drew's Kings.
That could be Drew's Kings.
Oilers and the Predators. So, I mean, you got a good night. Yep. Avalanche at the Kraken. My Kraken.
There's your gang right there, the Lanch and the Kraken.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be the late night. Turn that on after you have your little nightcap. Turn that on.
Yep.
While you're sitting on the couch about to crash.
Then you have your old school, Drew's old team, the Canes, playing the Sparks.
They're going to crush the Sharks tonight.
Oh,
they will, dude. And they'll probably win it this year, and I'm going to disown them.
Yep. And then of course, my Stars play the late game at the G Knights. So,
I was hoping that game was going to be on ESPN, but got robbed a little bit.
Not. Defending champs against the Stars, probably a little Western Conference preview.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be going into the divisional playoff finals. That'll be it. Yeah, it's going to be. They hate each other too, so they should get a little nasty.
It should be.
All right, boys, I got a job.
All right,
you guys have a good rest of your day.
All right, you guys, everybody be good. Hey, want to thank George's Happy Hog. Appreciate those guys. That's where we're at today at George's Happy Hog. If you have not been here, 712 Culbertson Drive. For catering events, you can contact them at 405-525-8111. They're open Mondays through Saturdays, so come check them out. It is fantastic. They are delicious. And so for the rest of everybody else, I want to thank y'all for watching this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your